Welcome back. It's Dave. My channel, Follow the Figures, and it's July 27th, 10:03 p.m. here on the East Coast. And tonight's focus race is going to be for the 28th, Thursday the 28th, at Saratoga. Okay, and it's going to be the fourth race. Now, I don't normally pick a maiden race. Okay, if I was going to do an ideal race to do a video on, but I am putting together a ticket for the pick 5 sequence in this race, or in this on this card. So this is one of the races I have to look at, and despite the fact it is a maiden special weight, it's for 3-year-olds. So we have we have horses that at least have a couple races under their belt. We don't have any first-time starters in this race, and there's enough information. There's not a ton of intangibles that throw things off, such as this is a 7-furlong race. We don't have any horses that are coming off of 2 races and both on turf, or both at 5 furlongs. So we have manageable factors here to look at. The reason why I decided after I did this race to do this video is simply because there's a couple adjustments I made on my numbers. For those of you that have been following my videos and kind of getting an understanding of the target ratings and ability ratings using the matrix system. Again, I've gotten away from the Follow the Figures system right now as far as videos go. I still use it as a supplement when I handicap to these methods here. But my last few videos have been spending a lot of time on some of the factors involved in the matrix system. And what I have here is I have the race handicapped already. And what I want to do is I just want you to take a look at some of the items that I made note of for each of these horses. First of all, I took the one horse off. Okay, I threw him out because I always look to eliminate here, especially if I'm playing a sequence like the pick 5. I want to be able to find at least 3 races where I could either single one of those 3 and maybe go real short in the other 2, such as maybe 2x2 or 2x3. That way I can go a little bit longer in the other 2 legs. So I threw the one horse out right away for 2 reasons. One, I know he was bumped at the start, so you can scratch that race technically. If there were more races to look at, I would have scratched that race out. Bumped at the start, especially when I see the way he ran in this race. But I'm looking here and I'm seeing Heman Harkey, and no disrespect, but this guy is just he can't compete against the level of the jockey colony over there at Saratoga. I mean, he really struggles. By the end of this meet, he may have 1 win, and who knows? It could be a token win for him. You might find him in the money a couple times, but if you're looking to throw a horse out, one, it's a horse that doesn't show you anything, and he's ridden by Heman Harkey. And the morning line odds makers kind of see that too. They think this is how the public's gonna, bet this horse. But let's move down to number 2. Number 2 is a very interesting entry. Why? Well, let's take a look when this horse started out. His first race was run on March 7th of 2021. Okay, over a year ago. He ran in a maiden special weight, 70,000. Public ignored him a bit at 8-1 in an 8-horse field, and he actually ran a very respectable race. Okay, and there's some factors here that would make me believe if I was a bettor back on April 17th that I would probably maybe put some money on this horse. And one of them being, at that time we'd only have 1 race to look at, correct? We would only have this 1 race. So I would have to get as much as I could out of that 1 race. So, one, I would see there was a move on the turn, despite the fact that he brushed the gate. Okay, he had a not the most ideal start. Okay, but ran on, made a 3-length move on the turn, and also gained 3 positions, and then ran very evenly to finish this race off. So that's a very respectable debut of that horse at 70,000 maiden special weight. The public goes and makes this horse the favorite next time out. And I'm going to get rid of my line that I just drew there so you guys can get a clear picture. There it is. Makes him the public makes it the favorite. Makes him the favorite, and again, runs a very even race. Very respectable, but loses by 3/4 of a length, or you might as well say 1 length, as the favorite. Okay, so now we have 2 races down. This horse is actually making money for the connections. If you see right here, lifetime, he's not 0 for 9 lifetime as far as wins go, but 6 and 9 in the money. So this horse is, making some money for the connections here. Comes out again, and he goes off in a 12-horse field as odds-on favorite here. Okay, less than even. And again, in that race, they try him on turf. Hits the gate again, bobbles, but still manages to make a 6th placement move on the turn, and also gains 4 lengths on the leader, and then closes strong, finishes. Okay, so the bettors are, they're stable in this horse now. The public's saying, all right, listen, this horse is going to win sooner or later. But yet again, finishes in 5th, but still enough to get a little chunk of the purse. Comes back out again as the public favorite, back on the main track, and once again runs a very even race, but finishes 3rd, out by a length and 3/4. Okay, comes out again. Now this is where it gets interesting. I talk about the key race angle. That last race on the June 20th, we have a key race. The top 3 finishers here came out and they won their next time out. So right there, based on what we've just talked about, and the fact that he ran in a race right now that was as competitive as this race was, that 3 winners, who knows, maybe more. Okay, they only show the 3, but the top 3 finishers come out and they win the next time out. And am I missing something here? Oh no, I'm sorry. That's what I was missing. That threw me off. Just the top 2 finishers, but still, it's still a key race. I went and highlighted this one here because I recognize the horse's name, but yet that's this particular horse. But the top 2 finishers come out and win the next time out, and this horse finishes 3rd. So the public sees it. We're seeing it right now. Bets him down again to the favorite. Changes tactics, comes out and gets the lead this time. And very well, this could be the race he actually breaks his maiden. And what happens is he gets bumped on the stretch. And look at the placement he loses here. Okay. Top of the stretch, he has the lead. Then all of a sudden he's bumped, and he's all of a sudden 9 lengths out. Still finished 2nd out of 19 lengths out of the race. Okay, public still hangs on to him. Makes him a favorite here at a mile. So he's going to change his distance up. He comes out and once again runs a very even race and then fades. So what do the connections do? The connections say, we're going to throw him back into a sprint right now. See what happens here. Public says, you know what? He's still 3-1. Doesn't make him favorite. They start to get off him a little bit. Runs a very even race. Once again, 2 back from today. Runs another very even race. Has an issue at the break, and now he's running today. Now, here's the reason why I wanted to spend so much time on this horse. I was getting excited looking at this horse because I'm thinking, okay, he went off at almost 5-1 last time out. The public is starting to get away from this horse. The public is starting to label this horse as a try-hard. Okay, the horse tries, but he just can't win. Then as I'm doing my numbers here, I'm seeing, okay, he had an 82, 89. I got to the 3 horse, 76 ability, 80. I said, oh boy, this horse may finish here when I'm done as my target horse, and very well could break its maiden tomorrow. But then I get down here a little bit further, and boom, the 6 comes into the party and crashes. He's a 2-to-1 morning line, but he's actually, when you look at all the numbers, the 6 horse is actually my target horse. Now, does it mean he's going to win the race? Absolutely not. But at the same time, I have a lot. I put a lot of weight into my target horse, and really that's an 86 because I talked about it in my other videos. That horse exceeded its ability by 1, so it's really an 86. But there's still nobody else who put an 86 target rating up. So if I wasn't being biased right now toward this 2 horse, I would say that, you know what, I'd have to say the 6 is my top selection. Now, am I going to put money to win on this horse, this 6 horse? Probably not. The odds aren't going to be there. But again, I'm talking about I'm putting together a sequence for my pick 5. So the 6 has to be in that sequence because he is my target horse. Now I look at my ability horse. The 2 horse now is actually my ability horse at 89. I'm going to use the 2 in my sequence as well. And then we look at the final fractions. Even though I don't put as much weight on the final fractions when it comes to a 1-turn race, I like more. I'm more into how does the horse do in the first half, and what position does he put himself in to finish the race. But we do look at, if you look at the final fraction, the 4 horse, Luis Saez, second time on him, moving back to the dirt, and I got this final fraction here 2 back because this 2 back was recent enough. Okay, June 9th. It was 23-4, and this is the best final quarter out of this field. So my 3 selections here for my pick 5 in this leg, hopefully I'm still alive when that leg comes, is going to be the 2, the 4, and the 6. Okay, 7 horse set a 46 half last time out. Jose Gomez is riding a little bit better here now. He's riding with confidence. He got another win today. But again, I don't see him holding the lead and wire in the field. Okay, gate to wire. The only other interesting horse, which I might go 4 deep in this race, which I'm probably going to, and I'm going to explain why, is because the 8 horse here is also figuring in the 80s as far as target and ability. Jose Ortiz has become a little more accustomed to this horse. It's his 5th try. He's been on it all 4 times. He's coming off a move on the turn last out. Okay? He didn't gain placement, but he gained 2 lengths, or actually 1 3/4. But he was off slow. Okay? He had a slow start. Broke out of the gate 11th out of a field of 11. Hit the turn in 10th. Came out of the turn in 10th, and was still managed to make up that much ground in the end. Okay, so I can't ignore the 8 either. But my 4 selections for this race, not in any particular order, but I'm going to throw them down as a 6-2, 8-4. So if you guys want to tune in tomorrow to race 4 at Saratoga, again on July 28th, see how that comes out, go for it. All right, until next time, this is Dave. If you haven't subscribed and you're interested in getting notifications for upcoming videos, hit the subscribe button, and I will talk to all of you soon. Thank you.